It was through friends of ours within the Rhinebeck community that we found out about Astor House.
Okay.
And if you've ever driven through Rhinebeck, there's like this big, scary-looking brick building behind
It's ominous,
gates.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
it looks like something out of like a Tim Burton film,
right?
You know? And we'd always driven past it, and particularly around Halloween, they always have like 100 carved pumpkins out on the ledge of the wall in front of their building. And Jeff and I were like, what is this place? And no one talked about it. And so a few friends of mine and then a couple clients at the candy store just started talking. And it is a rehab facility for kids between the ages of 5 and 13 who have been faced with like serious trauma.
Right.
Really horrific stuff. And this is kind of the last stop in New York State for them to receive treatment. And what's great is that all the money from the state goes towards treatment. The treatment there is impeccable.
Yeah.
You know, you hear really awesome success stories for kids that have come through the program. But the flip side is they don't have money to renovate and rehabilitate that building.
Yeah, right.
So think about a building that has over 60 years of service for traumatized kids. It has been beat
up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we call it Oliver Twist level bad.
Wow.
You know, you go in there and it's like cinder block and crumbling walls and really low lighting and bars on the windows. And
Goodness.
Wow.
It's really depressing.
Yeah, that sounds like, that does sound depressing.
So there's 4 wings. And last year we did a fundraiser called Ghost Stories at Bard. And it was Jeffrey and myself and our friends Griffin Dunn and Mary Stuart Masterson. And we read ghost stories to just get ready for the Halloween season.
Yeah.
So fun.
We had some crowd interaction, and it was a really good time. And we raised enough money to renovate our first wing. And so I designed a plan for our first wing that had a camp theme. You know, you bring these kids up from the city, you bring them from Albany, and they've never lived in the Hudson Valley before.
Right.
And you want them to experience like the nature of the area.
How gorgeous it is.
You know?
Yeah, so many things.
Yeah, kind of that Boy Scout feel,
Yeah,
you know?
get out and enjoy the outdoors.
Take a hike.
Go for hikes. The best around here.
Absolutely the
They're
best.
amazing.
And so instead of waking up in like beige cinder block, now these kids are waking up with like baby blue skies and birds and like star decals. And there are pictures that Astor has online of what we did for this first renovation.
Okay.
The Poughkeepsie Journal did a really good job of chronicling our work.
Very nice.
So now we're raising money to do the other wings.
So you got 3 more wings to do.
We got 3 more wings to do. And then our ultimate goal is to try to get some corporate sponsorships and raise enough money to build a new wing.
Oh, that'd
you
be
know,
awesome.
you can only put so many Band-Aids on that.
Right.
But then we would be able to facilitate more kids as well. We're at capacity.
And that's the best. That's the number one thing. Like and like you said, the last stop for a lot of these kids, you know, and you're at capacity. The only way to grow it is to expand it. And to expand it, you obviously need money to do that.
Absolutely.
And I think, you know, I know here in the Hudson Valley, especially the world of country music and the fans of country music, very giving people.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's their arms are open and they're always looking. And I think, you know, getting behind what you guys are getting behind, the fact that the money's staying here.
Right in
it's
the
staying here to
community.
fix here.
You see exactly where it's going. I mean, I was really lucky. Jeffrey and I were in the middle of doing a home renovation. And so I went to my contractor, Mark McKeithrin, and I was like, hey, would you be interested in helping? Mark volunteered. Mike DeBlasi, my painter, volunteered.
Awesome.
Mike Stanhope, my electrician, volunteered.
Yep.
Tim Decker, my plumber. These are all guys that were working on my house, and they're like, we will be there every day. We will work for free.
How awesome
You
is
know,
that?
it was really heartwarming.
If you need somebody to do lawn care, I'm available.
Are you serious?
My weed whacker's not working quite yet. I'm still working on fixing the engine. But I got a pretty good leaf blower.
You let me know.
I'll be up there mowing away.
We'll put you to work. No, the kids are extraordinary. You know, they measure the success of things in there by BERs, behavioral evaluation reports. And a BER is anytime like a kid has an incident, you know, there's they act out. And they used to average like 10, 12 BERs a week per unit.
Okay.
And since the renovation, we've cut it in half.
Wow.
Just by giving them a
You're
beautiful
seeing that.
place to live and by letting them know that there are people in the community that really
that care.
Yeah, I value the fact that of all the places in New York they could have picked to send these kids to get help, they picked our community.
Right.
And that says a lot about us as a community. So we need to step up and...
See what I mean? I wasn't telling you, like, when you sit down with Hilarie, the fact that, no, I'm dead serious. I love the passion behind it. I really do.
It
And
matters.
I'm not trying to blow smoke, but I love the fact that you guys... are behind it, and you're knowledgeable about it. You're not just standing in here reading something off a piece of paper.
No.
She's literally speaking from the heart.
Listen, I painted.
Yeah.
I did the labor.
That's
so if
awesome.
you want to come and
I'll
dirty,
paint.
Yeah.
I'll paint.
Listen, I need painters. I need trim painters and I need wall painters.
I won't be very
I
good
got
at it.
Girl, let's paint.
Let's paint.
Done.
Give Jess a bottle of wine, and she'll pretty much paint anything.
Perfect.
It's like paint by number. Right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Add 2, 3, and you're good to go.
There's a big red line across it.
If someone's listening to the show right now or watching the video, is there a website they can go to?
Yeah, so if you go to astorservices.org,
Okay.
that is the website where you can get a lot of information about everything Astor's up to.
Okay.
If you follow me on Twitter, Hilarie Burton, then I always post ticket sales for our events,
Right.
any updates we have from Astor. We're specifically doing a campaign called Adopt a Room.
Okay.
Now that we've done the first wing, we pretty much know approximately what each bedroom costs to renovate,
Got
what
it.
the living room costs, the kitchen costs. And so if you have a company, or you and a group of friends want to get together and sponsor a room, it's the same as the Adopt a Highway program.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
it is really cool.
Yeah.
It gives you a sense of ownership instead of just anonymously donating to something.
And again, it's happening right in Rhinebeck. It's right here in our own backyard. And I know you guys have an event coming up November 4th.
Yes.
And what's the big...
So we're doing Ghost Stories again.
Okay.
We're doing it on the full moon right after Halloween.
Now wait, is your husband going to be reading?
Yeah,
I'm freaking scared.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, last year was so great. I think he's going to do the same thing this year that he did last year. Last year he went and he spent time with the kids in their English classroom.
Awesome.
And he explained to them, what the project was and what we were looking to do and asked them for help. And so the kids started writing their own ghost stories.
Oh, wow.
And these were twisted.
Yeah. Kids are
I'd been giving Jeffrey all these literature, short stories, highfalutin stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. I'm reading these.
Yeah. I want to read what Bobby wrote about.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it was awesome. And so we'll have kid readers from Astor. We had a couple kids read last year, and that was really moving because one of the kids in particular credits this this moment with really changing the whole course of her life.
Wow.
She sees a path now.
Yep.
So it's the more volunteers we can get in there, the better. Because they've never had anybody say to them, hey, you could be a doctor. You could be a radio DJ.
Yeah.
Just exposing them